Hello, this is Reverend Bill, and tonight is Sunday, March 30th. And tonight I'm going to review a movie from South Korea, which is on Tubi and Pluto, so it's free. It is subtitled, and I really hope you guys are okay with subtitled movies because I certainly am. I really like them a lot more than dubbed. I saw um, I think I actually reviewed it here, but I saw a subtitled movie. I think it was from Korea, South Korea, Battle Royale, which was the original inspiration for Hunger Games, and it was a really good movie. The only thing I couldn't stand about it, it was dubbed, and the voices just did not match the uh, the characters, which I guess is I was reading about that. It's pretty difficult actually. It's not really their fault, but that's a whole different podcast. But anyway, yeah, this is subtitled. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested, I just finished a podcast on my Awakenings channel, which I is more of a religious thing, and I did a piece there about if purgatory really exists after life. So if you're interested, you want to check that out. That's on Reverend Bill Awakenings. I discuss whether purgatory really exists or not. But anyway, back onto this. This is The Witch Subversion. It is from South Korea. Now, they call it The Witch, but let's be clear here. She's not really a witch. I think she's got a nickname. They call her like the Little Witch or something. But this is more like a Stranger Things. And as a matter of fact, I think this came out after Stranger Things. This came out in 2018. And I do believe Stranger Things was probably more like 2015, unless I'm mistaken. So I don't know. Maybe it took the idea from Stranger Things. I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of similar. So what it was is it starts with a little girl that escapes from. Actually, I should probably tell you the credits. Okay, so the director is, and I'm going to butcher these names, Park Hoon Young. Um, he hasn't really done anything in this country. He did actually write a movie which I did see. Got to watch my English there. I speak good English. I saw The Devil, which was another movie that was not bad actually. I don't think I reviewed it though. And this stars Kim Da Mi, who plays Koo Ja Yoon. God, I'm terrible with these names. And Jo Min Soo as Dr. Bike. Okay, that's as much as I'm going to do for credits. So yeah, so there's a little girl that escapes after a big battle. Again, if I'm not mistaken, I think that kind of happens with Stranger Things too. There's like a big blow up or something, or a fight, and somehow the little girl escapes. Anyway, same thing here. She's 8 years old and she wanders off after something went crazy at the lab. And she's only 8. She wanders off in the snow and they can't find her. They being the scientists and, of course, the heavy henchmen that want to find her. And they decide that they're just going to report her dead because, an 8-year-old is not going to last long with the elements. But what happens is this girl wanders off and I guess collapses on this farm where she's probably going to die of hypothermia. And an old farmer finds her and brings her in and fixes her up. And they're elderly folk, and he's got a wife, and they decide that they're going to take care of her and adopt her. And that's it. And then about 10 years, there's a 10-year leap in the movie. So that's just basically the beginning. So she escapes and they give up on her. She's anyway, so now she's a happy teenager. She's really popular. She's the smartest kid in class. She's got friends. Everything's going really well. The mother's developed some dementia, which is not a great thing. She's at times. I actually had a mother with dementia, so it's not an easy thing to deal with sometimes. Actually, my father had dementia too towards the end. It's tough when your parents don't recognize you, and that's what happened in this movie, at times the mother didn't recognize her, and that wasn't easy. But anyway, there's also a kind of I don't know if a drought or what goes on, but he's a farmer, and their crops are failing or something, and they've got cattle or cows or something, and they're starving to death, and he's got to wonder whether he's going to have to watch them starve or sell them at a loss, because he really can't afford to wait any longer. So the star of our uh, movie here, the witch, or I don't know, whatever name, I don't know her name, but I'm just going to call her the witch, although she's not. She's just a gifted child who has these powers the lab gave her. She decides that she is going to go for casting for like an American Idol in Korea, South Korea. So she goes out to do this South Korean show, and what do you know? She can sing like a nightingale, and they love her. And during the audition, they asked her if she had any other skills, and she showed off a magic trick, um, which they show you later on. It's a little bit more than a trick; it's actually is magic, and that kind of alerts people, like, "Wow, look what she can do!" And the people that actually lost her 10 years ago take notice, and they begin to hunt her again. Uh, and these people that hunt her have special abilities. And there's politics that get involved. There's different divisions of the bad guys. They're extremely evil. That's one thing I didn't like about Stranger Things. To me, it was a little too much tongue in cheek, and I didn't like the kid angle. The kids were always smarter than any adults, and the Russians were always stupid goofballs. I mean, building secret base below a mall. I mean, that was just dumb. These people are very bad people, and they are evil people. And yet they're scared of her, which adds an element to it because she's a sweet little thing. And if they're scared of her, she's lost her memories. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. She lost her memories with all that went on. So she doesn't even know who she is. So they find her, and um, she doesn't know what they want or who they are. She's a sweet little kid, and they're obviously not. Um, and you wonder to yourself, like, well, when she remembers who she is, how bad is she? If these evil people are terrified of what she is, they call her the monster. How bad is she? And will she still be that cute little girl that we've gotten to know and love, or is she just going to be, something else? So the movie is that there are these different factions, all evil, that are hunting her down, and she's running around with her best friend trying to escape them. And there's a lot of cat and mouse and things that are going on. And I won't get too much into it. There's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of surprises. Um, and I really enjoyed this movie. If you like I said, if you don't mind reading the movie, and I don't mind it at all, actually, if it's a good movie, you forget after a couple of minutes you're even reading it. I give this really good. I'd give this probably at least, I'd give it an 8.3 out of 10, because it really hits in all cylinders. It gets you involved. You really care for the girls, her and her best friend. You care for the parents because they knew over the years something wasn't quite right, but they couldn't really figure it out. As a matter of fact, the father at one point says, it was really weird because we had you around, and like the dogs kept on dying, and I knew something was wrong. And he said, we just loved you so much. We just assumed that it would be worth it, but they knew something wasn't quite right about her. But yeah, no, it's great, and there's plenty of action. There's plenty of intrigue. There's plenty of mystery. You're not going to figure out the ending. Now there is another one that I'm watching right now. It's called Part Two, The Witch Part Two. I'm about halfway through that. So far, it does not seem like it's a direct sequel, although some of the same people are in it, and I'm not through with it yet, so I can't really speak to that. But we'll see. But anyway, as far as this what one concern, definitely recommend it. It's free. It's on Tubi. It's on Pluto. Highly recommend it. It should bring a lot of enjoyment. And that's it for now. This is the Reverend Bill signing off. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And hey, if you want to find out if I think there's purgatory, you can check out Awakening. It's on the other channel. Thanks. Have a great night. And I hope you have an enjoyable week coming out. Thanks. Bye.